Hey, 49ers fans, let's take a deep dive into the latest performance from our team and really break down what makes them so special this season. If you've been following along, you know this has been a year full of ups and downs with injuries, roster changes, and a lot of obstacles that could have easily derailed the team's momentum. Yet, time and time again, the 49ers have shown an incredible ability to adapt, to overcome, and to find ways to win in situations where most people would expect them to struggle. Sunday night against the Atlanta Falcons was one of those moments. Under the bright lights, in a primetime setting, the team came through clutch in a way that felt almost untouchable. They did things that weren't supposed to be possible, executed plays that defied expectations, and managed to take control of the game in a way that left everyone talking. When I look back at that game, one thing stands out immediately: the running game. The 49ers had struggled with consistency on the ground for much of the season. There were games where the running back room had difficulty finding gaps. The offensive line couldn't create enough push, and the team seemed to be fighting uphill on every snap. But against Atlanta, something clicked. It was almost like the team collectively flipped a switch. All of a sudden, the rushing attack looked unstoppable. The offensive line moved with precision and power, opening lanes that allowed the backs to burst through almost at will. It wasn't just one player carrying the load. This was a full team effort. George Kittle, of course, made his usual massive impact, but the way the offensive line dominated their assignments and how the backs found and exploited space was a testament to the team's resilience and preparation. You could see a group of players who had learned from early struggles, adapted to the challenges, and finally found a way to assert themselves physically in the trenches. Another layer of this performance that stands out is how the team has managed to do so much without receiving much help from field position. If you take a look at kickoff coverage and starting drive statistics, the 49ers often find themselves starting with a long field ahead of them. Compared to other teams, they're consistently facing opponents who begin their drives in advantageous positions. This means the defense has to fight uphill constantly, and the offense frequently starts deep in their own territory, making scoring drives more challenging. Despite this, the 49ers have found ways to make big plays, force turnovers, and create scoring opportunities. They've done an incredible job of compensating for these disadvantages, and it speaks volumes about the team's mental toughness and discipline. Even when facing less than ideal circumstances, they refuse to let those factors dictate the outcome of the game. The defense deserves just as much credit for stepping up in key moments. Even with injuries and missing key players along the defensive line, the team has managed to generate pressure, make critical stops on third down, and disrupt opponents' rhythm. Players like Sam Okwonu have made big plays when the team needed it most. The defensive front has faced some of the league's most talented runners and quarterbacks, and yet they've found ways to make impactful plays, showing that depth and preparation can sometimes outweigh raw star power. The third down conversion rates, especially against strong teams like the Falcons, highlight just how disciplined and effective the defense has become. They've managed to bend without breaking, and that's been a consistent theme this season. Looking at the offense beyond the running game, the team has also faced challenges in the passing game. Drops and missed opportunities have cost yardage and momentum. Yet even with those setbacks, the 49ers continue to win games. The quarterbacks have had to operate under pressure, making precise reads and adjusting on the fly against defenses that are often stacked to stop the run. The coaching staff, led by Kyle Shanahan, deserves immense credit for crafting schemes that maximize the players' strengths while mitigating weaknesses. The play calling has been sharp, adaptive, and creative, finding ways to exploit mismatches even when key wide receivers or tight ends are sidelined. It's a reflection of both the strategic acumen of the coaches and the adaptability of the players themselves. Christian McCaffrey has been a standout, as expected, but the numbers show that even he has faced tough conditions this season. Despite that, he continues to produce, showing elite vision, patience, and the ability to create yards out of nothing. Whether it's yards before contact or yards after contact, he consistently finds ways to maximize opportunities, and his resilience sets the tone for the rest of the offense. Watching him navigate through stacked boxes, often with limited support, reminds you that this team isn't just talented. They're mentally tough, disciplined, and relentless. They have the ability to overcome situations where the numbers might suggest they should be at a disadvantage. And that's one of the things that makes following this team so exciting. Even on special teams, the 49ers have had a grind. Kickoff coverage and punt returns don't always go in their favor, and field position can sometimes be a major hurdle. Yet, the team continues to find ways to generate momentum and keep the opposition from gaining easy advantages. Players are disciplined, focusing on assignment execution, tackling fundamentals, and situational awareness, all of which contribute to the overall performance. Every unit is contributing, every detail matters, and the results show a team that is cohesive and well-coached. Looking ahead, the 49ers still have opportunities to build on this momentum. With several key players returning from injury, the depth of the roster is going to make a huge difference in upcoming games. Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and the rest of the starting core are leading the way, but the younger players, rookies, and backups are also getting valuable experience that will pay dividends later in the season. The coaching staff has managed rotations, game plans, and adjustments in a way that maximizes what each player can contribute, and that adaptability has been crucial to the team's success so far. The game against the Falcons really highlighted the character of this team. They've faced adversity, they've dealt with injuries, and they've been under pressure in almost every game this season, yet they continue to find ways to win. This isn't just a reflection of talent. It's a reflection of mindset. The 49ers are proving that preparation, resilience, and teamwork can often outweigh raw ability. They are a team that finds ways to rise above challenges, and that's why every performance, every big play, and every critical stop feels so much more meaningful. It's not just about the scoreboard. It's about the journey, the process, and the incredible perseverance this team shows week after week. From the way the running game has evolved to the way the defense has handled third downs and pressure situations, it's clear that the 49ers are building something special. The statistics don't always tell the full story, but when you watch the games, you can see the energy, focus, and determination that drives this team. Every play is executed with purpose. Every player understands their role, and together they continue to defy expectations. Even when facing teams with strong rosters, favorable field positions, or statistical advantages, the 49ers find ways to turn the tables and control the game. The preparation for upcoming games is already in motion, and the team is taking every lesson from past performances and applying it to future matchups. The Falcons game was a prime example of how strategy, adaptability, and execution come together. When the 49ers are on their game, they're nearly unstoppable. Every adjustment made during the game, every play call, and every decision on the field reflects a team that is cohesive, intelligent, and motivated to win. Watching them perform under pressure is not just entertaining, it's inspiring. The depth, talent, and resilience of this 49ers team are what make them exciting to follow. Every game provides new insights into how the team overcomes adversity, maximizes its strengths, and adapts to challenges. Injuries, missed opportunities, and difficult situations have not defined this season. Instead, what defines this team is how they respond when the odds are stacked against them, and that is the story that continues to unfold with every snap, every tackle, and every yard gained. Now, diving deeper into what makes this 49ers team so fascinating, it's impossible to ignore the sheer adaptability they've shown across all phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. They've found ways to turn weaknesses into opportunities. Take the passing game, for example. Even when the wide receivers have been banged up, when the tight end room isn't at full strength, the quarterbacks have been forced to make precise reads under pressure. And yet, somehow, the offense continues to move the chains and score points. That's a combination of intelligent play calling and players executing with confidence and trust in each other. Kyle Shanahan has been a mastermind, orchestrating schemes that not only highlight individual talent, but also create advantages out of situations that look unfavorable on paper. Christian McCaffrey, as always, remains the heartbeat of the offense, But it's worth noting that even with his elite ability, he's been facing some of the toughest defensive fronts in the league. Yards before contact have been limited at times, and yet he finds ways to break tackles, extend plays, and generate explosive gains. Watching him navigate stacked boxes and linebackers flowing to the ball is a reminder of how much skill, vision, and patience is required to make this offense function at a high level. He's not just running with the ball. He's reading defenses, setting up blocks, and creating space for his teammates. Every time he touches the ball, you can see why he's such a crucial piece of the puzzle. The offensive line deserves as much praise as any skill player. When this unit is performing at its peak, the running game flows effortlessly, pass protection holds up, and the team looks in complete control. There have been games where injuries or inconsistent performance disrupted the rhythm, but the group has shown resilience. Against the Falcons, for example, they dominated in key moments, opening lanes that allowed the backs to consistently gain positive yardage. These aren't easy matchups. NFL defenses are quick to diagnose plays, fast to react, and physical at the point of attack. But the 49ers line has been disciplined, technically sound, and aggressive when the moment calls for it. On the defensive side, the story is just as impressive. Despite missing key pieces at times, the defensive front has been able to pressure quarterbacks, contain runners, and force mistakes. Sam Okwonu has emerged as a reliable presence, contributing to stops and making his impact felt in critical situations. The defensive unit as a whole has shown versatility, switching schemes effectively, disguising coverages, and making adjustments mid-game. Even when the statistics don't fully reflect their performance, watching them play reveals the cohesion, communication, and awareness that make this unit formidable. Third down conversions, red zone stops, and forced turnovers have often been the difference makers in close games. Special teams have also been a factor in this team's success. Kickoff coverage, punt returns, and field position battles often go unnoticed by casual fans. But for the 49ers, these moments have been crucial. They've consistently fought to prevent easy advantages for opponents, tackled reliably, and occasionally created momentum-shifting plays. Even when starting field position has been challenging, the team has shown the ability to overcome it, turning what could be a disadvantage into a manageable situation. It's a testament to discipline, preparation, and focus across every unit on the roster. One of the most remarkable aspects of this team is how they've managed to perform at a high level despite adversity. Injuries have been a constant theme this season, yet the 49ers continue to find ways to win games and compete with the best in the league. Players stepping into larger roles, rookies gaining invaluable experience, and veterans leading by example have all contributed to a culture of resilience. Every snap, every assignment, and every adjustment shows that this team refuses to be defined by setbacks. Instead, they're defined by how they respond, adapt, and execute when the stakes are highest. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Rumors are swirling in the NFL world, and if the latest whispers hold any truth, the San Francisco 49ers may have just pulled off a seismic move that could reshape their offensive line. Sources suggest that TRISTAN WIRFS, the explosive and highly coveted offensive tackle, could be heading to the Bay Area to anchor the 49ers' blindside. WIRFS, known for his punishing run blocks and elite pass protection, has long been one of the league's most formidable young linemen. Drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2020, he quickly cemented himself as a cornerstone of their offensive front, earning Pro Bowl nods and racking up accolades for his consistency against elite edge rushers. If he does indeed land in San Francisco, the 49ers would suddenly find themselves with one of the most fearsome blindside tandems in football, pairing WIRFS with their already stout interior line. The chatter began quietly, with insiders noting unusual front office activity and subtle hints during recent interviews, but now the buzz has escalated. Fans have taken to social media, speculating about how the potential addition could change quarterback Brock Purdy's trajectory and give the team a decisive edge in high-stakes playoff matchups. Analysts point out that WIRFS' blend of power, agility, and football IQ would not only stabilize the left tackle spot, but could also allow the 49ers to be more creative in their offensive schemes, giving Justin Fields-level mobility to a traditionally conservative line. Of course, nothing is official yet. Contract talks, cap space considerations, and medical evaluations could all play a role in whether this rumored acquisition becomes reality. Still, the mere idea of WIRFS suiting up in red and gold has sparked a frenzy. 49ers fans are already dreaming of a line that can neutralize the league's most fearsome pass rushers, while opponents are reportedly bracing for a potential nightmare scenario on the field. If it happens, this move wouldn't just be a signing, it would be a statement. San Francisco could be signaling that they're ready to dominate the trenches and make a serious run for the Super Bowl. And for Tristan Wirfs, a change of scenery might be exactly the challenge he's been waiting for, stepping into one of the NFL's most passionate markets and a team that demands nothing less than excellence. The rumor mill continues to churn, and all eyes are on the 49ers' next move. Could Tristan Wirfs really be the missing piece to fortify the blind side and transform the team's offense overnight? Only time will tell, but for now, the NFL is buzzing with speculation. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.